What is up? Welcome back to the Devy Royale YouTube channel. And I am your host, Kevin Coleman, at @TheBoys_22, like always. And I'm here to bring you guys another Devy Royale in 5. In just 5 minutes to talk about a prospect. We had another transfer portal, and that's why I'm jumping on here to talk to you guys about this. We had a little bit of a lull, but we'll get some more as we go into spring practices, and we're already starting to see that. But our guy today is Corey Rucker, and young Arkansas State wide receiver. You know, he was someone that is really thought highly of in a lot of different circles out there, but he needed to go to the Power 5 conference. He put his name in the port of Arkansas State. He had a bunch of offers, and he finally chose South Carolina. And that's an interesting spot. We're going to talk about the spot a little bit, but I don't hate it. You know, when we're looking at what Rucker did last season, 2021 season, he had 59 receptions, hit 816 yards and 9 touchdowns. He averaged, when you're looking at him, about 13 yards a catch, a little bit down from his freshman year. He was a big play threat that year, 16 catches, 453 yards and 5 touchdowns. But he's got the size. He's a big kid, and he went to a spot where I think that he can really actually do very well. And when we're talking about just kind of who he is as a receiver, he's a big play threat. He has yak ability. You like that about him. I think he creates pretty good separation. Now, what the thing is we're going to have to see is, does he create that separation at that next level? So we're looking at SEC separation now. And I think that's the most fun about this spot. I love this spot for him because now we get to see, hey, he did it against Texas State. He did it against ULM. He did it against these schools that we don't really consider very high-powered, defenses there. Now let's go see if he can do it against Alabama. And I think that's where he's really testing himself. I love a kid that says, hey, I'm going to go play against the best, and that's where I'm going to go. And I like that about him. I think he's got good hands too. So when we're watching him on tape and you're going over it, the biggest thing about him right here is you'll see him open a lot. Now, like I said, it can be the separation thing that he does. I think he fits well in against zones and man coverages. I think he can find the open zone. You'll see it here too. Good crossing route, finds himself beyond the defense, and he has the speed and the acceleration to kind of make it to that next level. I like that about him. I really do. Those are the type of things that it stands out to me. Again, gets to him in space. He can make that first guy miss, goes to that next level. Now, will he be able to do that against SEC defenses? That's the kicker, right? So when we're talking about him as an asset, I don't know if he's a Devy asset right now, okay? But as far as like a C2C asset, I wouldn't mind taking a shot at him because he's going to get the targets. We're going to talk about kind of where he's going here in a second. But you'll see it here. Breaks off really good, gets that separation, good hands, clean catch. Those are the things that kind of stand out to me about Rucker. I like this kid. I really do. Again, good hands, gets to that next level. Those are the things that when you're looking at him as a wide receiver, what he can excel at in South Carolina's offense, I think that's what excites you about him as a player. And I think that he's a good fit for Spencer Rattler as well. Spencer's ability to get the ball down the field, looking for his playmaker, I think he could step in there and he'll be that guy. Now, again, when we think of like as a C2C asset, I think he's going to jump right in there. Obviously, when we're looking at the roster and we're talking about it, he has little competition there. Austin Stogner, transfer from Oklahoma, tight end. I do know when we're thinking about kind of where he's going to project in that depth chart, I know that they have Antoine Wells, Josh Van, Daquan Joyner, some other guys there, but nothing really stands out that says, hey, he can't be that guy stepping in to be clear wide receiver 1. It doesn't stand out to me that he can't be that guy. And I think he can. But again, you'll see his athleticism. He can catch. And I think that's the one thing that I like about him when you're looking at kind of his hands, his ability to go out and get the ball. He was Arkansas State's best only weapon. He still was able to kind of, have production there. I like that about him. His tape is fun. Okay. I do think when we're thinking of like, what can he do better? You'll see it here. He's able to go up and get it. I think just nuanced stuff. Route running, I think how he does against press coverage, especially at that next level. I think that's going to be there. Little nuanced things that he's got to learn. I love his size. I love his speed and his athleticism for his size. So those are things you like. If he can do this routinely, and he's going to have to with that Spencer Rattler, throw it in the ball sometimes, going to throw it up. I think that we're going to look at him being a really good asset from a C2C perspective. But again, you'll like this thing about him. Big play threat, like we talked about his freshman year, what he's able to do. Where is he going right now? So we're talking about his ADP. This was pretty much pre-transfer. I don't know if it changes too much. 12th to 14th round in C2C mindset is probably where he's going to go. I don't mind taking a shot at him, especially because I think he could be the wide receiver 1 on that depth chart like we talked about. And I'm not high on Spencer Rattler. Like, last year, obviously everybody had him as QB1, but I'm higher than most. I think Spencer can actually do a pretty good job there. And I think with this newfound offense, it wouldn't surprise me to see Rucker essentially leading the team in targets. Like, that wouldn't shock me. Now, will it happen? I don't know. Okay, but in my opinion, it wouldn't be too bad. I think that he could do it. I think he can lead the team in targets. Now, how many targets would that be? I think that's the key, right? So let's say he gets 60 targets, 40 catches. You have to have that big play threat. Now, it really just banking on, and if you drafted him, you're banking on Spencer Rattler having a bounce back year, which could happen. I don't think that it's necessarily a shocker to me to see him maybe be in the top 5 quarterbacks again. If he kind of can develop, get those guys out there. And based on that offense, I could see Rucker having a predominant play. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Also, we have the Devy Manifesto. We have over 60 members strong going on the Patreon. Please check that out. We just put a bunch of spring battles. We have over, I think it's 45 spring battles right now going on. Obviously, depth charts, all the Devy stuff that you want, all the C2C stuff, a little bit in there. So we appreciate you guys as always. Until next time.